Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Noah back again with another video. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I help people awaken to their true abilities through wellness and spirituality. And thank you guys for tuning in. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about NLE Choppa's recent post. You know, if you don't know who NLE Choppa is, he is a music artist turned spiritual, you know what I mean? He's speaking the truth now. And I think that, you know, people have mixed feelings about it. I think that, you know, there's a lot of people who are saying like, oh, he's kind of making it a trend and stuff like this. And like, you know, he's making it trendy or whatever. But in my opinion, I think we need more people like this, because this is how the truth's gonna come out, you know what I mean? We can only do so much to speak our own truth, right? And you know, people like him who have a mainstream following, they're gonna start to see that, and it's gonna start to, you know, trigger in their subconscious mind, and they're gonna start to think different ways, you know what I mean? And so we need more people like him. We need more people speaking the truth. And I'm gonna be talking to you guys today about what he said about the vegan and alkaline diet, you know what I mean? And it was funny because I posted a video on this earlier, but he pretty much said that the vegan diet is the way to go. And you know, because he was talking about how energy it can't be destroyed, it can only be transferred. And he was talking about the animals that get killed. You know, all that energy from their trauma is getting put onto your plate, you know what I mean? Because they didn't want to die, and but they didn't have a choice. And you know, like I said before, I made a video on this earlier, but he was pretty much just talking about how our bodies are electromagnetic, right? And how, you know, the meat that we are eating, it's literally lowering our vibration, because it's not alive, right? It's dead food. Us as human beings, we are alive, right? So we excel, you know, we're gonna gain the most health from eating foods that are alive, meaning organically whole grown fruits and vegetables, and nothing, you know, with GMOs. You know, people tend to spray pesticides on there, and that can really, you know, impact our endocrine system. And if you don't know what our endocrine system is, it's our skin. It's our largest organ of our body. And so, you know, we need people like this speaking the truth, right? We need more people coming out and saying that meat and dairy is not good for you, because in reality it's not. We've been fed this illusion that somehow milk is really good for calcium and, you know, vitamin this or that. But in reality, we can find the same amount of calcium in whole grown fruits and vegetables, right? We just have to do our research. And you know, you can't blame people, right? Because we've kind of been fed this information since birth, you know, through being shown on the TV, you know, advertising how milk and how meat is good for you, and how, you know, meat makes you a man, when in reality it actually lowers your testosterone. And so when we see this stuff on the TV, then it can be hard for us to kind of question it, because that's kind of what we've been fed, right? But in reality, these companies are making millions and millions of dollars off of animal exploitation, right? And to put the cherry on top, Donald Trump has recently donated $1 billion, I think it was last year, to the meat and dairy industry just to keep them alive, right? So we're doing our part. And I think it's important to vote with your dollar, you know what I mean? What do I mean by that? Vote with your dollar, meaning that don't buy these products that are, you know, from these companies that are exploiting animals. You know what I mean? Because there are millions and millions of animals that are getting killed and slaughtered every single day. and against their will, right? And so we need to start realizing that there is a, you know, when we kill off millions and millions of different animals, there's going to be a reaction to that, right? And so we have to make the conscious decision to vote with our dollar, meaning to vote to start buying plant-based milks, right? And no dairy, buying cheese alternatives, as well as, you know, meat alternatives, you know what I mean? And so I think it's great that NLE Choppa spoke on this, you know what I mean? The kid's only 18, my God, like, the fact that I'm older than him is crazy. Like, he literally looks older than me, but, and so, yeah, you know what I mean? I think that it's really important that people are speaking out about the truth of what's happening to these animals and what happens. You know, it's not just the animals, right? We could talk all day about how animals get their throats slit and how it's very traumatic for them. But on top of all that, it's, you know, what is it doing for us on a... Sorry about that, guys. My brother just called me, but, you know, it's not only about what happens to us what happens to the animals, right? It's also, what is it doing for our health? You know, like I said before, this stuff is, you know, our bodies are electromagnetic, meaning that we need to eat foods that are electric. Foods that are alive have a much bigger electric charge. And, you know, what am I talking about, right? Whole grown fruits and vegetables. These are some of the best things that we can actually eat. You know, organic Irish sea moss, just things like this that come from nature, right? And, you know, organic medicinal mushrooms, right? That you can literally harvest from trees. These are the foods that we should be eating to maintain a healthy lifestyle and a healthy balance. You know, processed foods it's not gonna help us health-wise in the long term. And so I think that it's great that NLE was talking about that. And that's kind of my thoughts. That's my opinion on it. I think that it's great that we have, that these artists are coming out and speaking their truth, you know what I mean? Educating the youth. And yeah, so with that being said, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a wonderful afternoon, morning, or night, wherever you're at. And peace, love, and happiness, my friends. Mwah.